Okay, it's time for optional boss numero 1. And this is actually one of the 2 optional bosses that I could never beat as a child. I just could not do it. It was too hard. What you want to do is fill yourself up with elixirs and stuff. And also, because we're going to take Goofy in with us, just stock him up with ethers. Ethers are the way to go for this battle. Definitely. You'd be an idiot not to take ethers into this battle. And the more MP you can have, the better, generally. But I think we're okay for now. We do, however, want to give Goofy some extra stuff, I think. Because the key thing that we want to do is we want to give Goofy MP gift. Because it's a... oh, he's already got it. Oh, that's good. Yeah, you want MP gift. And that sorts you out. Now, one thing I don't think I mentioned... this is completely aside. One thing I don't think I mentioned when I was talking about the synthesis stuff. The best way to tackle anything with the synthesis is to level up everyone to level 55, and then everyone should have Lucky Strike. Equip that on everyone and then just kill everything. That's generally the best technique to get the items. But let's go take down this first optional boss. All we've got to do is go to Neverland. Oh yeah, also for completing the Hades Cup, we have now literally completed all the necessary things to unlock the secret ending, so that's good. Yeah, as you can probably tell, we can't go to the clock tower. I know I said this earlier, but it means something's going on at the clock tower, but I went to the wrong place. What you want to do is you want to land in the cabin area. Because, as you may have spotted on if you popped round to Neverland after Hollow Bastion, Tink's here. We're going to stick Peter in the party instead of Donald, because Peter's a little bit more useful, I think, anyway. Need to make sure we stock Peter up, and also need to make sure I save, because I'd rather not die, you know? At least I'd rather not completely lose this. Oh, I'm not going to start Peter up. Ah, that's fine. Okay, let's go. Take on this optional boss that I was never able to beat as a child. Here he is. It's the Phantom, who's a really strategic strategic boss. What you want to do is wait until he's done that, get as close to as you can to the clock face, and then you stop. Essentially what's going to happen is that there's a countdown clock on your party members, and as soon as that runs down, they're dead. You can't get them back. For this battle, anyway. That happens 3 times, and you're done. So, it's difficult. Also, you've got to, you can only use certain attacks on him at certain times. So when his heart thingy is blue, you've got to use Blizzaga. When it's white, you've got to hit him in the... just literally hit him. When it's yellow, you've got to use Thundaga. And when it's red, you've got to use Firaga. Now, one of the best ways of dealing with this boss is just periodically going up to his, going up to the clock face and using stop, because otherwise you are just gonna, you're gonna have someone die without you realising, and that's not good. I mean, you can have someone count the time for you, but no, it's not the most effective strategy. Just periodically go over. You generally get enough of a chance to do it, so I wouldn't worry. The key thing is just making sure that you just get in the hits. You've got enough time, generally, to do it if you make sure you just keep going back to the clock tower every now and again. Now, in Final Mix, Phantom does have a slightly different design. His cloak is white, but it's got like these flamey black sleeve things, which is quite cool actually. He also is physically similar to the description of Lord Umbra, minus the heart orb, from the book Peter and the Shadow Thieves, which is a continuation of the Peter Pan mythos published by Disney. Lord Umbra is also a character clad in a dark cloak with simply nothing underneath it. So maybe that's where they got the idea of Phantom from. I must say, I do like the look of I like his Final Mix look. It's really quite cool, actually. So yeah, I was never able to beat this boss as a child, just because it requires a lot of dexterity with them using your magic. And you have got to be quite quick off the mark. And also that move hurts, so just go over to the other side of the clock face and you should be fine. Also keep a Roga put on, please. It's going to save you some trouble later down the line. Because as you can see, he takes off a massive heap of health, so it's all good. Now I'm at about... I'm somewhere in the mid-60s. So if you're struggling at this point, I wouldn't worry, because it is going to be hard right now. If you're like 77, you should be alright as long as you are good with your strategy and stuff. But I was level 82 when I last left my game. So, and I still couldn't beat him. So it does depend completely upon your strategy. Now, as you can see, if I do mean the whole strategy of going back to the clock face every now and again, Peter has not lost a single piece of time. So, if you do that, you're fine. And also, I mean, I've used one item. One, that's it. I've not used any more. So far, anyway. I'm going to be using a couple in a minute. But yeah, it's a surprisingly... It's a fun boss battle, but it is really strategic, and you have got to be very good with using your magic. Most definitely. I'm going to end up using an elixir at some point, aren't I? Okay, come on, just stop running around, Phantom. Phantom! No, I want to hit you. Ugh. Now, I think this is going to be the longest optional boss battle of the game, actually. Just because you can only do so much damage to him at once, which is the awkward thing. All the other bosses you can pretty much hit at almost all times. This guy, not so much. But we're getting there, slowly but surely. I think I heard the clock start ticking. Is Peter gone down? No, Peter hasn't gone down at all just yet. I think he was nearly about to start ticking down. I'm loving how much I'm owning Phantom this time. I used to struggle so badly with him, but now it's just like, ah! Maybe I have actually got the skill to take down all of the optional bosses. I don't know, we shall see. Phantom. Stop moving around, and let me hit you. Fine, if you are that rude and won't let me hit you, then I will just come and sit here for the time being. Oh, for... This is the one thing I hate about Phantom. He moves about so much. It's ridiculous. And he can cause a lot of damage. Thunder. Thunder. Oh well, we are nearly there. Just a few more minutes. And then we should be good to go. And he should die quite nicely. It is a really cool setting for a boss battle though, don't you think? Just flying around Big Ben, well, the Tower of Big Ben. It's just really cool. I like it. Oh, last health bar. Oh, you're using all 3 magic attacks, eh? Take that. Come on, we're nearly there. Come here, Phantom. Thunder. Maybe 2 more runs. Two more hits, he might be down. What do you think?
Thunder. Here.
I'm using a lot of items actually.
Fire.
It's because I'm so wasteful with my
Heal.
magic attacks, clearly. But this should be the last attack.
See ya.
I did it! I beat Phantom on my own! Well, I beat Phantom full stop. I've never beaten him before. Yes! Oh, hell yes! Aboo-yah! Victory! And for that we get Stopka! Now, if you wanted to, you could go to Merlin's place and get the Dream Rod, which is a good weapon for Donald, but I know I've got one better, so I won't be going and getting the Dream Rod. I mean, what's the point in going and getting it when I'm going to get the best weapon for Donald in the game? Why aren't they open? Oh, whatever. Doesn't matter, time to go take on optional boss number 2. Yes!